No discussion of whoopee-worthy piffle pushers would be complete without President Donald Trump. As a fish rots from the head, so, in this administration, piffle proceedeth from the presidency. And, of course, political piffle is nothing new. Every president in my lifetime has sometimes said something whoopee-worthy, but Donald Trump leaves them all in the dust. There are so many, it's hard to know where to start. There's that big lie about the 2020 election, so often repeated.
That was a rigged election. If you look at True the Vote, they found millions of votes on camera, on government cameras, where they were stuffing ballot boxes.
There's that famous lie from the presidential debates in 2024.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
And there are all the various little lies.
You have gasoline that hit $1.98 yesterday in a couple of states.
There are the lies with which he's ambushed White House visitors.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can take land.
And then when they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
Then, too, piffle doesn't have to be outright falsehood. It just has to be unmoored from reality. So whoopee-worthy piffle includes promises that no person could possibly have kept.
So when I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one. Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, shortly after we all together win the presidency, I will have the horrible war between Russia and Ukraine settled. It will be done within 24 hours.
And it includes trying to change your image with over-the-top public posing. For the first year of his presidency, journalists at the New York Times kept a record of his piffle. And this was the list they compiled. It's an impressive list, enough to wear out anybody's whoopee cushion. But I don't think anybody does that kind of reporting anymore. The volume of piffle coming out of the White House is as overwhelming as ever, if not more so. But it's no longer news. And, once the water is over your head, who cares how much deeper it gets? And that, I think, is the point of all that piffle, to wear people out, so they don't bother with fact-checking anymore, and so that reality begins to seem unimportant. Because if reality is important, then public policy ought to reflect it. If, in reality, vaccines do not cause autism, policy ought to reflect that. If, in reality, most Medicaid recipients already are working or else are unable to work, if, in reality, climate change is going to cause widespread death and destruction, policy ought to reflect that. Whereas, if reality is unimportant, you can do whatever you want.
Then I have an Article 2 where I have the right to do whatever I want as president.